I hope you like long, detailed Iron Harvest dev blogs. See what's going on YouTube. Too Sketchy coming at you. Stay tuned on this channel for more. Obviously, like and subscribe, as we are going to go through detail this entire blog, covering mechs, implementations, optimizations, localizations, all the zations like skins and whatnots and assets and just a ton of stuff. So stay tuned, strap in. It's gonna be the long one, about an hour long. Run the intro. Let's do this. Alright, boys and girls, let's just jump right into it, shall we? Iron Harvest dev blog number 25, May 2020. Dude, that means that we are, how many? About three months away until September 1st, full release. However, the first thing on the chopping block is going to change some of this stuff due to, well, you know, COVID-19 is its thing, and it's not going to just completely abide to the rules of game development, so unfortunately, anyone that's interested in the console version is going to have to wait until 2021. That's a weird number to say, by the way, in our lifetime. But yeah, obviously due to the pandemic, there's going to be some complications. We all knew something was going to happen. It wasn't going to be a smooth ride. So unfortunately, to be able to deliver, you know, some quality stuff, they are going to have to push the console version to 2021, and the Windows release version is going to remain unchanged September 1st, 2020. So, you know, unfortunate, but it's for the better, I think. And looking up close to this image right here, which is right here from their dev blog, there's some interesting things we can break down or take away from this, right? So this is the controller layout, which a lot of us PC players are definitely not going to play as. But I think that there's some icons and instances that we can take away from this. For example, right, if you don't know, now you know, this mech right here used to be called the Nishadelko, has recently been renamed to Juve. If you don't know what Juve means, it's a turtle. So now it's more along the lines of what it should be. It's a tanky, small, it can bunker within itself, instead of it being called Nishadelko, which stands for baby carrier. But, you know, and then the icons, right? So obviously these icons are just for testing purposes. They're probably not in the right places. Obviously retreat shouldn't be a mortar or a rocket, but hey, you know, it's a source of information we can take away from. For example, what is this? Is this going to be a rocket mortar ability, or you know, what is this? And I mean, I know what this is, right? I haven't seen this in action yet, but I know what this icon means. If you don't know, now you know. Nacht and Tag, night and day, are the two wolves that belong to the Saxony Empire hero. So seeing that he's gonna have some sort of ability, whether it's, I don't know, summoning the wolves or making them go do something, seeing that icons already slowly being implemented is pretty cool. And also plus oil. This seems interesting to me. I wonder if this is like upgrade the oil pumps. I mean, you know, there's a few things. There's also an eye icon here, which could be hide. You know, there's a, looks like a spread fire icon. There's a ton of things on here that are brand new, which I think is worth investigating when you have a free time. I'll put the link in the description below, by the way, to this dev blog. The console version is very important to us, and we strongly believe that as extra time is needed, obviously we know this, as influenced by COVID-19, regulations and logistic problems are faced for the physical Kickstarter rewards. So if you're anticipating some of the rewards, like I think there's a bag and like a miniature for the Shmiawa. So that's going to be slowly worked out, because obviously there were some complications because of, you know, it being international companies producing this stuff, and development slowing down, you know. All right, let's just move on here. Post beta, what's everyone working on? So this is pretty interesting to see what the team is cranking out, especially all the individuals on this. We have a lot to go through here, so I'm going to go through it as fast as possible to, you know, save you time. So Jan, the game director, let's get this going, shall we? I've done a ton of stuff to prepare for trailers, so we're gonna see trailers pretty soon. Obviously, you know, they gotta build up the hype for this. Besides testing a lot, getting a lot of feedback to game designers, which is very important, obviously, because we've been giving them so much feedback, and they're probably just like going through it all. It's probably a lot. Also working on the story progression of the Kickstarter campaign, bonus campaign. So this is, again, this goes back to the physical implementations and and the paint me. You're able to have a portrait drawn of yourself and you're put into the game. Anyway, so there are many balls in the air at this point. There's a lot of stress involved, but I'm still super motivated to get positive feedback back, so no problem. Julian, executive producer. I thought this was kind of interesting that an exec is actually mixing a lot of the effects. Huh? I mean, maybe he's interested in that kind of stuff, but I thought that was interesting. My focus right now is obviously synchronizing the development with the publisher. So this is, this is a big boy talk right here. This is networking and making opportunities happen for Iron Harvest. But then further on down, right? I thought this was really cool that besides doing all that, he's also working with the audio director of the game, Adam Skorupa, and Krzysztof, boy oh boy, Yerzhinikiewicz. I tried that one. And then Michał Sielecki. Jesus. I gotta go untie my tongue. From the music, imaginary music. Yep. So they've created about 1.5 hours of music of the game, classic, orchestra, industrial synth, really shines cool. And then working with artists and choirs of the 3 representative nations, Germany, Poland, and Russia, to create a creative journey for your gameplay. So this is pretty cool, that the fact that they're using, unique, or I guess you could say, authentic music or people from their country. Also sound effects. He has a buddy pulled from the Books of Unwritten Tales, another game that they made, who is creating a lot of new animation sounds, kind of engines and scene atmosphere, which is pretty cool because there's a lot of looping sounds and repetitive sounds in the game. I was surprised to see. So hopefully mixing 1 hour of cinematic video material and having Clemens over here help us to get more sounds is going to make this more immersive. So Nico, lead producer. No, Nico, oh boy. So being a producer myself, I know that while this doesn't seem like a lot, so the entire team is working hard, pushing out, towards the game finishing line, implementing production logistics. Yep, got that. Corona pandemic brought a lot of challenges. Yep, my role is to talk to members and daily basis and make sure everyone's. He's the silent hero behind King Art Games, producers in general. I think, whether you're an executive or just a producer, you are herding cats. It's what you are, making sure everyone's where they're supposed to be, and then once they're there, if everything's okay. If they're not, you fix it, or you find a way to fix it, or you call the guy that knows how to fix it. That's a lead producer or a producer in general's job. And then on top of all that, this is the best way to describe you being pulled in so many different directions. It's just an overall, like, I'm helping, right? All right, let's just move on with Max. This is personal experience, all right? So Max, so here are some people that I would love to just, I don't know, talk to. I think these guys are going to really push the game in the right direction, depending what they're doing. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of them, right? It's not a lot, to be honest. I mean, it is an indie, but here. So Max, lead game designer. As always, I've been pushing busy arranging tasks for the whole game design department. Yep, I spent a lot of time looking at the gamepad controls, which I thought was weird at first, right? So maybe that's why it's getting pushed. The fact that they're just spending a lot of time on gamepad controls, while they do look good, right? This looks pretty, but it's being pushed back. So why? I'm not sure why we're spending so much time on this. However, obviously, now that they're pushing it back, maybe they'll lay off that for a little while. Maybe that's exactly why they've pushed it back, because they do have to put a lot of time into that. I've also set up the first achievements. Cool. That's I mean, have something to strive for. And then starting to crunch numbers on a lot of the metagame elements. So finally taking a closer look at all your feedback, which is absolutely amazing. Evaluating improvements and changes, and as well as preparing for the upcoming features updates of the game. Hope you're excited for what's to come. I am, but what is it? What is coming, Max? I hope you're excited. Of course I'm excited for what's to come, but what is it? What? That's a tease right there, boys and girls. That's a tease right there. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But the fact that they're taking a look at our feedback and evaluating improvements and changes is really good to see, because there's a lot of things currently, if you haven't seen any of my videos yet, or you have, you know that there's things that need some help, or there's some exploitations that people are taking advantage of, and we'll get to that in a little bit. So Dominic, get another game designer here. Over the course of the last month, the problems challenges facing games balances has changed a lot. So yeah, this is a thing. With all units and features narrowing down to the final state, a lot of edge cases have come up. For example, discrepancies between abilities that work perfectly fine in multiplayer but tear any campaign map apart. So I read this for the first time, right? And I still don't know what that means. So some of the abilities in multiplayer work fine, right? But in campaign they completely break. I don't know what abilities in multiplayer are so powerful that can break the campaign maps. Unless there's mechs that I'm unaware of right now, I don't know. I'm having a hard time figuring that out. In addition, we made our first steps toward collecting and evaluating telemetry data. You've noticed this up here, right? Telemetry data. I had to Google this, man. I don't know what that meant. Telemetry data is a collection of measurements of data at remote and or inaccessible points. So essentially, it's a remote way of gathering intelligence. For this example, they're gathering win ratio per faction, damage dealt per unit, and a whole lot more. This combined with your feedback will also help improve balancing further and will become an invaluable tool to find optimal solutions to our balancing related problems. And I'm glad. I love this. Calling it a balance related problem is the right way to go about it. You know, there's a lot of game developers, and I have a lot of connections with game developers that love to cover up or sugarcoat that they have a problem, right? Oh, we're working on it. Oh, we're doing this. Oh, don't worry, it's going to get handled. You know, there's the fact that I love the way Dominic put this, and the fact that they're realizing this is a problem. Let's fix it. I love it. I thank you. Honestly, thanks. All right, Elliot. This month has been working on localization, so a lot of you native and non-native speakers are going to get your language going. In addition, working with submitting forms of various ratings across the board in the world. I remember us talking about this in the Discord. So he's trying to get ratings going. I heard that Australia is being a punk. It's hard to have ratings and or age things related to submitting. I don't know. Australia, stop being difficult. All right. Between all that, he's also working with Francis with I love, oh my god, victory points bonuses prevent exploitation. He's gonna explain it further. Otherwise, he's also fixing minor bugs and looking at how to polish. This is strange to me. Polish our units further to make them feel more awesome. What does that mean, man? What does that mean, Elliot? Explain yourself. I want to know what you're doing to our units and make them more awesome. I don't really care. I don't care. I know you're doing a good job, dude. Keep that up. Francis, game designer. This past month, Elliot and I have been working hard to love this work, creating a prototype able to crunch the numbers and the effects of different victory points bonuses. So they have a system in place, right, where the AI captures points, over an incredible amount of times to gather data for you to be able to show you what works and what doesn't work, right? So the current implemented system has some positive impact on the matches. Great, but can be exploited because we're humans, right? We're not AI. Humans find ways. While we might not find ways as fast or as accurate, we use common sense, which I think is more powerful than the AI sometimes, and we were able to exploit the system. For example, it's the VP point decap, right? So if you haven't seen any of my videos, when you decapture a flag, you get 50 points. You get 50 victory points. So what happens if your enemy has all 3 points, or all 3 flags up, right? He's capturing that. All you do is you decap. You don't even capture it all the way. You just decap. That means your enemy has to step up, capture it again, It goes up. He gets no bonuses. And you come up again and you decap it. Boom. Another 50 points. You do that 3 times, that's 150 points. And then you do that, you know, obviously you let him capture it again, do it again. Poof, you're over 300 points now. And you more than halfway through the game and you almost won. But there's a lot of videos of me doing that, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you go check that out. We've been realizing that the full extent of the system current effects in comparison with no bonus system different from the new proposal. A new design for the system has been picked and will now be implemented into the game. Yo, can I get a shout out? Can I get a clap? Seriously though, that's huge. That's absolutely huge. Furthermore, we've been looking at everything down to play with Iron Harvest controller, finding current issues and researching. They're really focused on this controller, huh? I mean, which is great, especially, I mean, as a content creator, I'm gonna say that, right? So if I have traffic coming in for Iron Harvest, I'm excited, I'm happy because I'm pulling in people and we're talking, we're making a community, we're making shit happen. That's great. And now if I also have consoles, there's a lot more console players out there than you imagine. If console players coming in here too and be like, yo, where are the guides, where are the tips, where are the tricks? I'm a happy guy. I don't mind it. Past that though, let's put aside that I'm a content creator. It's strange to me that they're pushing the console date out further, right, to Q1 2021, and they're focusing so hard on the controller. I don't know if that's like I don't know if the controller is being difficult for them, and maybe it's just giving them a hard time. Or if this was something that they're trying to crunch before September 1st, 2020, and then they were like, "Hey, this is too high, guys. Can we just push the date a little bit?" And then 2021 was a new date. Well, I don't know. Speculations. This is what map is this? Oh, this is the 2v. Is this the 2v? Wait, why is there a bridge next to your base? I don't know this map. This seems new to me. It's a small bridge too, only for light mechs. Interesting. We're gonna have to take a closer look at that later. Philip, lead programmer. Most of the time we spent busy managing our awesome team of engineers. So, excuse me, I'm gonna burp here in a second. But essentially, lead programmers are the lighthouse of, right? They're the ones that just shine above everything and just try to keep everyone calm while he sees the world burn. He sees everything, and watch, I try to come up with a good plan to who should do what. We always have plenty of issues, ideas, improvements out and obligations to juggle with it, and it's not always easy to decide on what should be the best route to further improve the game. But when sometimes I take a step back and try to look at Iron Harvest from a greater distance, I clearly see how much it has improved every week of every effort we put into it. I hope you can see the same too, and yeah, okay. He's like, there's so much shit being thrown into this game at this point, I don't even know what's right to put on the priority list, but, you know, in hindsight, I think it's doing pretty well. I hope you agree. That's what that means. Thomas J, Technical Director, following a beta feedback, which we've been slamming them with feedback, boys. I've been working on improving the responsiveness of infantry units, bro. You ever get a grenade thrown at your feet and you just can't move? There's an ice cream truck driving by. You guys want some ice cream? I don't know if you can hear it. So yeah, the responsiveness of units, in general, just redeploy and deploy like MG guns, for example. It's good, and I love that they're taking a look at this. Obviously, it's really slow currently. You know, you have a unit behind cover. Somebody throws a grenade, and 2-3 units maybe move off, and there's like 1 or 2 stragglers just standing there, just completely getting blasted. Besides that, there's also not only MG but also AT gunners that just sit there for way too long as you give them orders to rotate just slightly. It takes them so long to do that. So for them to find better ways, you know, just take a few seconds off to deploy, redeploy is pretty huge. Arne, a programmer. So in the past month, it's been quite different here at King Art. You don't say. COVID-19, obviously. First, obviously, they had to change their workflows a little bit and colleagues and him are working from home, especially getting out dailies and hourlies builds to the team was quite a challenge, which I can imagine this, you know, working remotely and having a remote system set up in itself within the company is pretty hard. On the other hand, I was working on getting the Iron Harvest client ready to meet all the requirements for console. Again, the consoles, they're really pushing out the consoles here. Also quite challenging. Lastly, I am right now working on making sure that the Iron Harvest online services functions without a glitch, so you can play multiplayer matches and gain your XP without any hitches, especially when there's 1,000 players joining. So this is pretty cool. So essentially, he's making sure that the servers aren't going to just overload and crash when players start joining in, and that everything is going to go smoothly. So no pressure, Arne. You look like you have a lot on your plate, especially for something I am unfamiliar with. This seems like a hard thing. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do any of this stuff. This is beyond me. You know, it's just something, but I appreciate it. A lot of people, you know, that don't understand something like, whatever. But the fact that I don't understand it, but it seems like that's a lot. So high five. That's what I'm trying to say. Lucas, as well as being on PC, Steam, and COG, we've been working on a console different. Yeah, we've been working on consoles and different PC stores. Epic? What? We want the game to be eventually be accessible as many platforms. Okay. No exclusivity anywhere. Okay. Unsurprising. Put up here, player. There are a lot of fiddly details to work out for each different platform. It's frustrating work. Dude, I've submitted before. So if you don't know what submission means, you pretty much have to follow a guideline, right? Whether you go, like, I've submitted to Oculus, for example, when I was doing like VR projects, and Oculus gives you like a package, like it's almost like a survey or like a guideline of this is what you need to do for us to even be considering what it is you want to sell on our platform. And while, you know, obviously he's going through a lot of different platforms, whether it's, I don't know, where could he be going? Epic, Origins, maybe Origins, EA store, you know, I don't care where he goes. It's gonna be on Steam, so that's fine. Anywhere else, that's extra for them too. Obviously, money, you know, coming in. But the process of that is just aggravating. There's so many. They want so many stupid little things like thumbnails, and then it has to be this size, and then the proper description. And this goes back. Actually, Lucas goes back with like where's he at here? With Elliot's submitting forms and ratings and all that, so they're probably working back and forth a lot. Chris, the programmer, let's move on here. All right, I'm hitting 20 minutes here. I've worked mostly on the AI and ingesting it. Good, because right now it's broken, Chris. Have you noticed? If you put the AI on insane difficulty, there's 2 units that walk around and that's it. I've improved the configurability, big word here, and the performance, especially for the campaign maps, and made sure the level designers can implement the AI within the structures of specific levels. What? Oh, okay, yeah, they put the AI in levels. Got it. Okay, so like instances. To improve iteration speed, I tried to adjust our internal tools to give the level designers freedom to configure and customize the AI, as well as debug tools to. Okay, he's doing internal work essentially. Otherwise, I've worked on general bug fixes, improving regarding scripting tools, overall gameplay mechanics. All right, so he's he's like a supporting character in League of Legends. He is Sona. If you don't, he's playing to heal support with some utility. All right, he's making sure that everyone on their team can obviously make the game faster and speedier and healthier, and it's gonna be, yeah, he's doing a good job. Thanks, Chris. Patrick, the programmer. I spent the last month fixing bugs and supporting our level designers as part of that. I've improved the sequence system that we use to stage and script single player missions. Sequence system, and it's okay. It now causes fewer delays and way better suited for skipping cutscenes. Oh, sweet. Okay, which is why we're now enabled to skipping cutscenes for players. Blah blah blah. Update to beta. Future update to beta. You know what that one? I think he slipped up right there, boys. So we did not know if we were going to get another update before the launch, right? We thought there may be one more closed one, maybe. But this right here confirms there is going to be an update for the beta. Thanks, Patrick. Good looking there, bud. He snuck that one in there for us, boys. Yannick, I've been working on a plethora of different things. For instance, on the possibility to play campaign cooperatively on localization of the game text into different languages, implementing a way for players to choose and configure the favorite hero, and some call-in reserves and multiple. I'm dyslexic. Now I did pretty good there, so you know. Players to choose and configure the favorite hero. This is the options, right? What does this mean? Implement a way for players to choose and configure their favorite hero. And some call-in reserves in multiplayer matches. All exciting stuff to come. Chinese. While this is Chinese right here, right? This is also Chinese to me. What is happening here? This sounds great. So players will be able to choose our hero, right? We know that. We know that we can either play with heroes on or off. Maybe that's what he means. And then call in reserves. Call in reserves. What does that mean? Is that just units you have put aside? Huh. We're gonna have to wait and see, I guess. Christoph, graphic programmer. I've made the environmental more interactive. Vegetation is now dynamic. Wind system in changing directions. The trees and grass react to explosive shockwaves. Grass can be burnt and trampled down. The terrain becomes beaten by craters, burnt oil. Earth spills. Units leave trails in the snow. I know. I've seen these things. He's probably optimizing it. I've made performance, yeah, improving, got it, to make it run faster. For example, altered rendering pipeline, completely destructive buildings, shadow links, and pre-processed dynamic occlusion. Cooling discards all hidden parts of the rendering, such as interior buildings and fronts, to have turned away from sight. Don't know what that one meant, but he's making this look prettier. So thanks, Christoph. Appreciate it, bud. This oil does look pretty good. I wonder if, probably not. All right, it's gonna be a long shot here, but I wonder if you put a unit through oil and you make him step out, what do you expect? What would happen? What would you want? If he steps in oil and then walks out of the oil, obviously there should be like an oil trail, right? Is that gonna be a thing? I don't know, but it would be cool to see. Just saying. What if you get slow penalty? What if you walk through here? No, because there's a whole map of oil. It's like an oil spill map. The whole everyone would just be stuck, like sinking in oil. Disregard that one. Thomas B, programmer. I implemented a music system that can can crossfade between two similar music tracks with different intensities. This can, for example, be used for scripters to make music more intense when battle is starting without interrupting the music. Also fix some bugs regarding shouts, save games, nice, and other things. Okay, so this is pretty cool because obviously it's something that you don't notice, right? This goes music and what else? There's music. I think it's just UX in general. Those are two things people just like completely ignore, right? Just absolute, unless the music's like God of War, right? Where the music is just like almost half of the game, so intense. It's just like it grabs you by the balls. It's just like enjoy, right? So it's something that gets missed out on a lot, especially in game development. But when you are taking fire or late game, you're punishing, you're destroying mechs, you're fighting, boom boom. The game gets intense, obviously, and for the music to change, just it's such a small psychological effect in your brain. You are sweating at that point. Your hands, you're shaking. You're just going balls to the wall. You're pepping your step kind of thing. You're double timing, and it's something that is so small. But thank you for doing that. Wow, I just spent a lot of time just discussing Thomas B's current music system, Crossfade. Alexander's the programmer. I've been working on implementing, improving, fixing bugs, several different abilities for heroes and mechs. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Work closely with the designers and animators to make the abilities function like they imagine they do. Cool. So hopefully the designers aren't giving the animators a hard time. And then Alexander's like, you guys sure you want this? Because I don't know, man. I don't know if we should have MGs in all different directions, and then when you sit down and you have rockets coming out of every single direction, Kaiser. Just saying. Or I wonder how Alexander reacted when they brought the Stiefmutter to him. They're like, wait, you want little explosives to roll out of her? They're like, yeah. And then how many? All of them. Oh, okay. Antoine. Dude, this together is Antoine. It's Antoine. I'm an intern starting to get the grips with a cool project. Hey, welcome. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, now you know. Francis over here was an intern. Now become, so congratulations on you, I guess, not being an intern anymore. That was pretty quick. So good job to you. Where's he at? Where Antoine? Getting grips, working on implementing a redesign for a better player experience and fixing some bugs. Great. So welcome to the team, I guess. Redesign. You redesigning, bud? Or girl? Or friend? Whatever? Implementing a redesign. Huh. I wonder if if Antoine is working on the VP points. Thorben, quality assurance. QA, baby. QA. Another silent hero in game development. I've been happily swamped by all your feedback. The bug report says to release the beta. I'm sorry, man. So thanks for that. You know, fuck you guys. I hate you. I've been coordinating between various QA teams and devs to filter through to prioritize what is the most important bugs. Obviously, you can find me or Will as a community manager on our backers only Discord channel. If you just want to ruin my life anymore. I mean, hey, man. Community manager and QA. This happens a lot. A lot of the QA community managers become part of the QA team as well. Just because they spend a lot of time between the community and the devs, and they're the bridge between, so they do a lot of QA. So Thorben, thank you. Obviously, we'll appreciate it. We've been obviously he wrote this dev blog, by the way, being community manager. He's been enjoying writing these things, and with the release of the beta, there's been great content to communicate and interest to engage with. I continue to take care of the backers only Discord channel, streamlining our communications channels, and responding to all your feedback in whatever forms it takes. Yep. Your input keeps us on our toes, and this is why I love indie game development. I also take my hands dirty with investigating bugs, so that's why he does his QA. Exciting times ahead, and I look forward to bring it all to life. Thanks, man. Stefan, art director. So over the past days, what? I said days, and I said weeks. This is called dyslexia, boys. Over the past weeks, I've been busy adding polishing, finalizing vegetation tools, assets, so our leveled artists have everything they need to finish the campaign maps. Okay. I've also been working on visual polishing fidelity, like systems for rain, snow, cloud, shadows, for more more in 1920 plus. I've even found some time to experiment with some nice-to-have features. So nice-to-have features are like, if we can manage this and put it in time, you know, but it's not a priority. It's nice to have. So for example, a system with different Mexicans. I like them, you know. At first I was like, oh, he just slapped the texture on him, but she might have. But there's definitely, it's cool. As he says, this would be nice to have. Full gold, I would go, dude. I would go full gold. I like the full gold. I wonder if there's gonna be like a reward system, right? If you're playing Piranha, you like level 10. Alright, here's an example. 50 wins with Piranha. Right here. 100 wins with Piranha. 1,000 wins with Piranha. You know, stuff. I mean, skew the numbers a little bit. I don't care. But a reward system like that? Yeah. I'm down for that. Dude, anyone that has a gold Piranha, whether 1,000 games, you know, you can probably just spam AI. But maybe multiplayer games. No, because then you lock content for people. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. Just wins. It's okay. Whatever. Golden. I mean, 1,000 games. If you played it, if you queued up 1,000 times, you deserve a damn golden mech. That could be like a meme too, creating within the community. 1,000 games, easy AI, but I got a gold fucking Strashnik. What's up? Robert, 3D artist. The cutscene assets production was one of the major parts to keep me busy during the last couple of weeks. Because of this, quite spoiled. What? Everyone slow down a second. We got spoilers here. I am unfortunately not able to show too much detail. Bastards. But you can have a glimpse of some of the assets which were placed in the current cutscene environments. Besides that, I've also been creating gameplay assets and mass polishing and existing assets to design and propaganda posters. So this is pretty freaking cool, man. Open this in a new tab for me real quick. Take a look at this, right? Cool assets, obviously, like a radio thingamajig. This is called a table. Some maps and whatnot. But I thought this is interesting down here. Look at these propaganda maps, dude. There's stiff mutter right there, by the way. You can tell the way so this is Polania. These three are going to be Rusviet. You can tell by their designs, and this is going to be Saxony. So if you don't know, I'm going to try to read this off to you. So Zbudujemy razem lepsze jutro, which means building together better tomorrow. I am not going to be able to read this, unfortunately. If you're Polish, put this in the chat. Put this in the comments down below. Dzięki wow. Dzięki praca zjednoczona. It's like work together, stronger Polania. Work together for stronger Polania. Dzięki, thank you, something. Whatever that is, and then obviously just an image. All right, so I tried. I gave it a shot, man. Last time I spoke to anyone that was Polish was years ago. All right, moving on. Michael, 3D artist. We have been making huge leaps of progress in our cinematic cutscenes. The basics for all of them are done. Environment, animations, effects, lighting, etc. But now it leads to what? Which leads to putting all the focus on fixing, polishing to make them look more awesome. On my end, I've mainly been organizing the environments and creating lighting. I think that, you know what? We're making improvement character designs, shaders. Also starting bi-daily reviews for our work. Okay. This, while also completely Silent Hero, lighting, right? Lighting, texturing, like shaders, all those things are actually extremely important and completely like, all right, this right here, this is a good example. I'm sorry, Sebastian, for stealing your spotlight for real fast, but if this was lit weirdly, it would look like shit. And even though that, like, the models look amazing, for example, the model and the textures can look amazing, but the lighting can ruin the whole fucking thing and just destroy it. Or if there's, let's say the model was great and its textures were complete ass, and then the lighting was okay, it would look awful. So pulling these three things together, like shader, where are you at here? Lighting, where'd you go? Textures, sure, yeah, and lighting, there you go. These three need to work together. If they don't work together in like synchronizing, it's gonna look bad. So big shout outs to you for working your ass off on that. Sebastian B. I've just joined the team during the first month. During my what? Really? Yeah, welcome, dude. I worked on unit rendering for in-game UI as well as marketing and press releases. It's an exciting part to be a part of the team. I'm sweating, by the way, because it's hot over here. Bringing it to life. So welcome to the team, my dude. I don't know if these are new. They look new. This looks new. This is a nice shot, man. It's a nice shot. It's a nice shot. It almost looked like there's a texture was stretching, but that's just leaks, like oil leaks. 3D artist intern Yuri. I recently started. Wow, there's so many new guys. Over the last 2 months, I've worked on environment assets of the game for cinematics. My favorite one is by far the Bishop's Throne. Hello? The what now? You wanna explain this a little bit more, Yuri? What the hell is a Bishop's Throne? What the hell kind of tease is this? Bishop's Throne? For one of the cinematics. Bruh, why is that rocket right here? Sebastian, let's talk about this. Yuri, well, I'll get back to you, my friend. This month, I took time to create some eye-catching cover images for each of our beautiful crafted maps, highlighting the unique features Tactical elements. Check out the shot rocket research facility, and that's all I'm going to say about it. All right, bud. All right, bud. Let's take a look here. Okay. Obviously, this is Rusviet. I don't know. That's just a guess. I guess it's Rusviet, right? Why would they have rockets? Is this a boat? This isn't a boat. No, this is just like a harbor of some sort. 02. I don't see anything eye-catching that could spoil anything. But it does look like a research facility, that's for sure. Alright. Hey man, props to you, dude. Looking good. Dirk, I've been working on scripting of my maps. He said my maps. Ain't nobody touching my maps. If there were tests that found bugs, I fixed them. Hey, I got a bug for you, by the way. I put it in the Discord. You go into one of the buildings with somebody, they actually route to the center of the map, and then it breaks the game. Also, just a small things in balancing and tempo. Cool. So yeah, I'll put that in the bugs if you want to go check that out. On the Discord. There's a video about it. Magnus, level designer. In the past month has been a wild one. Yeah, I don't know what the hell we're looking at here. I've been, of course, busy with your feedback and both fixing problems in our current maps and perfecting them for occur in the future ones. Speaking of which, I've also been very busy finishing up and balancing several other campaign maps during this process. I've worked with our programmers to further improve our scripting and AI tools for all the involved in levels. Whew. Starting to think about potential future maps. Okay. Why yes, all of this makes total sense, and I am in complete control of the situation. Thank you very much for asking. What is happening here? Can we explain this? Build area player. This is where we start. There's actually a square here. Don't look at the circle. Look at the square. Usually that makes more sense. This is a new map, by the way. Build area enemy. Enemy base. Wait, is this the new map? Yeah, it is. This is a new map. Okay. Enemy patrol. So this is campaign. You can see instances. Enemy weapon systems here. Fortified position right here. Enemy stash. Enemy stash. Enemy stash. Wow, that's a lot. Wow. Wow, there's a lot of stash right there. Look at all those boxes. Holy. Ton of boxes here too. A lot of defensive up here. I don't know what the hell's going on, but okay. All right. Cool. Let's move on. What is that one? The engine. Holy moly, Sting. I don't know. Like most of the other level designs, I've been focusing on polishing the campaign maps often. This is the least glorious stage of level design because it involves bug fixing. Nobody wants to do bug fixing, implementing small final features, polishing cutscenes and testing, lots and lots of testing. But in the end, it's all worth it because it leads to better maps for all players. So. Nice little meme you got here, boys. Nice little meme you got here, right? So what they see and what they see, what we see and what you see, what you see and what we see. So look, so this was during the cutscene actually, when the father was running across and punching this mech in the gut and breaking the bridge. However, this is what things that are occurring here is right here, but in code essentially, or nodes, I guess you could say. So like, you know, him run on bridge. Bridge don't destroy. Bridge only destroy when punch. Him go fire, explode, do this animation cycle. You step up, walk away. It's all just, it's complicated. It's complicated, boys. So good luck with that. Justin, game and level designer. Besides polishing, bug fixing, snowball fights, and deer hunt tutorial, this killed me. The deer hunt tutorial, it didn't kill. It was difficult, man. Like there was some weird stuff happening. Thank you for polishing it. All right, damn, sketch. I continued to work on some other very exciting campaign maps. I worked on the design of NPC units. What? NPC units. I created some special encounters and created for more interesting narrative beats throughout the maps. I can't tell you much about them. I hate you, but we're working on some great content, especially for the grand finale. Is this the grand finale? Is this the factory? Shut up. This looks like the factory. I wonder if the factory is the grand finale. And then, oh, what if in the factory, I'm 44 minutes into a video. What the hell? What if in the factory there is a damn you car driving by with a loud exhaust? What if in the factory there's a special mech, like a prototype mech? Oh, Sabrina hidden. How much more do we have to go? Yo, this is gonna be a long ass video. I spent the past few weeks debugging and tweaking for my campaign maps. The tickets keep coming, and I'm just trying to keep up with them. We've also gotten some new features for scripting. UI is still a bit wonky. Thank you for just be straight with us. I'm sure that will be it will make for some fun campaign maps when we release them. Thomas D, lead animator. We were able to finish the motion capture and lip sync for the cinematics. Okay, we shift animators over to gameplay department and make them best game possible. Great. I'm gonna start moving with some urgency. At a Hail animator together with the code in-game department, we've been working hard on responsiveness of infantry. Thank you very much. Key feedback beta community. We're always looking to improve responsiveness. There's also polishing animations. Cool. Teresa. Little did I know of the world that would open up some after lip syncing. Oh, okay. Lip syncing is being a pain in the ass, is it? It's truly astonishing how much of the dynamic scene changes to show expression of changes now. Some fine hand-picked facial expressions. There you go. Some hand-picked facial expressions from the leader of Saxon. Well, not really leader, but one of the heroes. Animator Vladislav. I've been supporting the cinematics team. A new boss and secret hero unit. Hate you. A new boss and secret hero unit. Tingly. Tingly, you making me feel all tingly inside. Valentine, VFX. During the past month, I've placed a lot of effects and destruction simulations and cinematics and game scenes. Sweet. Moving on. Felix. Since January, I've worked half the. There's a word missing. VFX department whilst finishing my bash. Whoa! Did you finish it? Lately, I've been working on lots of effects and rendering in-game cutscenes and building effects, and mainly regarding the destruction and explosions. It's a very rewarding feeling, being this is new VFX scene effects. Home office hits me hard in productivity, but it's extra exhausting staying focused. But I think we'll all manage to do very. See you next time. Felix sounds tired. Hey, I think whether or not you finished it, congrats on getting this done. I finished this. Pain in the ass. Thomas P, lead technical artist. I've been simulating Cloth Anna's hair for cutscenes to make them look good. There's a lot of parts where they clip through the geometry. This way her jacket, flow more realistic. There's also small things that are on their own might go unnoticed, but together it makes the game shine. There's some textures and some things that clip, so hopefully that's maybe Thomas's piece job. Hugh Wang, technical artist. Lately, I've been working on finishing steps and rigging. What the hell is this, by the way? Characters. I've been grooming our cinematics characters, as well as adding mechanical details on our mechs and the appearance cinematic. Other than that, mainly fixing newly found issues. There's a lot of geometry here. There's a lot of geometry here. There's a lot of geometry here. Huh. I don't know if this is cinematic or in-game. But this is a lot of... Why do you need so many subdivisions for this plate? Oh, for these curves? I don't think this curve needs to be... whatever. That's just me being old school. Matthias. Content manager. Among other things, I've been taking care of implementing and maintaining assets. I recently completed an overhaul of our bunker variations, which required some restructure regarding the IDs and configurations to support varying tiers and equipment. One of the bigger upcoming implementations I'm tackling right now is our room service. Basically, this involves one or more rooms for garrison buildings, allowing you to stay in the partially destroyed building longer, as they are able to switch into a intact room to be destroyed. Dang. So we're gonna be able to switch rooms. That's cool. Marilena, junior producer. My usual duties continue to keep the project plan of attack. I managed to outsource systems, help coordinate art department. Again, herding cats, boys and girls. Herding cats here. I'm happy with how to adapt it to the new challenges. This is pretty much supporting Nico, the producer. Another junior producer. Tessa, I'm currently working on King, our internal managing tool. During the development of Iron Harvest, discovering many limitations and room for improvements. Again, helping to herd cats and making sure internally everything's good. QA project manager Alejandro. I've been working on early milestone improvements for King Art Games and Koch Media. So this is going to be a testing team and myself. We're going to sweep over plenty of this and Saxony battlegrounds to spot any bugs. Okay. QA lead Matej. QA specialization tools, answering test reliability, but report little bugs. Cool. Wojtek? No, that's not Wojtek, is it? That looks like Wojtek. That's cool. I like that there's tech, like technology in his name. My job is to test builds, various techniques to make sure everything runs smoothly. Junior QA specialist, so they're both juniors. Luis is as part of the QA team. We're meant to break it so players won't have to deal with it. Nasty little bugsies. Sometimes the bugs fight back. Thomas, I'm part of the QA team. Since my StarCraft 3 and Warcraft days, I've developed strong ongoing passion for RTS. I'm continuing it with Iron Harvest. Nice. He played Warcraft 3 and 40k. Warhammer at least. That's good. It's a good. If you're familiar with these things, it's good. I wish more people that played, everyone that is on this team, right, should have a history with not only this but multiple RTS games. So you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? You don't want to. It's hard for I don't know, a pharmacist to go become a shoe designer. Like, gotta know stuff. To my mind, QA testing means making the game as good as possible. Iron Harvest community of gamers are up for a rocket ride. What? With Iron Harvest, the community of gamers are up for a rocket ride? What does that mean? No, please, God, don't make a rocket ride. Clara, with every update, this is just QA doing bugs. They're just finding bugs and trying to hunt them down. Another QA specialist. Yep, rest of the team getting bugs out. Good. Deep Silver. Toby. Me and Toby played, by the way. I'll put the game. He tried to base rush me, man. Me and Toby. I love you, dude. Deep Silver and I are very busy with finding different ways. Fortunately, due to the pandemic, most events have been canceled, like E3 and whatnot. Despite this inconvenience, the team still tries to come up with new solutions and ideas. We have something really cool planned for the summer. Stay tuned for that. I wonder if it's going to be IGN's Summer Splash event. Let the game shine together with video production, and they're currently working on several videos that I'd like to release. So he's waiting for trailers so he can talk about the game. Not only going to be in depth of different factions, pros and cons, but the teams also were thinking of something like a beginner's guide. Me too. It's like a beginner's guide video. I'm right here. What are you doing? Hello, Toby. Hey, Toby. What's happening? Anyways, everyone's extremely looking forward to the release of Iron Harvest. The last 10%, blah blah. 10% on the hardest, yep. We're coming to the end, boys. We have 3 more. Let's do this. Ronald, lead I'm focusing on overall project plan and adjusting it as necessary. Therefore, I'm also heavily involved in contractual side milestone process. Having previously released many titles, most recent being Metro Exodus and Kingdom Come Deliverance, I'm guiding my production colleagues with my experience to avoid any issues along the way. So you have some experience under your belt, and seeing that being, lead product manager is pretty good, because now we have his team right below him, which is Lena and Christoph, who are doing different tasks together with my colleagues, handling communications. Okay, and then we are working close with developers in the beginning of the new game until it launches. Okay, that's it, boys. Looking ahead, if you read so far, congrats. Yo, we made it. 53 minutes. You can see we're crazy busy. Within the next month or so, you'll hopefully see the fruits of our labors. We're going to have a lot of show you when you are appetite. You can expect a beta update as soon as we have one stable. Alright, boys and girls, that's it. That's gonna be a wrap here. Sorry to keep you this long. There's got a lot of stuff we had to go through. So if you did make it this far, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to this channel, because we're gonna be doing a lot more Iron Harvest content in the future. I'm fucking tired, boy. I'm tired. Whew. I'll see y'all next time. Alright. I'll take it easy. I love you, boys and girls. Too sketchy out. Peace.